Hi there, I'm Stephen Jeff Swans, the SVP of Service Applications at IFS R&D, and thank you for joining me in this session for IFS Cloud 21R2. Today, service management leaders face the constant challenge of meeting SLAs and improving fix rates to keep customers happy, whilst increasing technician utilization and productivity to drive increased service margins. Delivering consistent service excellence requires efficient planning and optimal workforce scheduling, an integrated supply chain, and interconnected business functions. We're going to demonstrate how modern service teams can use IFS Cloud to increase their first-time fix rate, to reduce travel and overtime costs by optimizing scheduling, controlling and reducing spare part holding and spending, and to improve field worker productivity. To increase asset uptime, delight customers, and engage your workforce. To do this, we'll highlight some of the new and exciting features right across the service lifecycle in IFS Cloud. You'll see new capability in our service catalog, geared toward increasing the availability and accuracy of information at the point of entry, contributing to that all-important customer experience and first-time fix rate. You'll also see enhancements in recurring service, enabling more flexibility in defining preventive work and supporting servitization efforts with usage-based programs. Then, you'll see enhancements in scheduling and dispatch with an all-new dispatch console. And finally, you'll see it all come together at the moment of service, where the rubber meets the road, with enhancements to our mobile offering geared to significantly enhance the technician experience and their enablement. Let's take a look. Here to show us, I'm joined by Jonathan Hayden from our Northern and Central Europe team.
Hi, Steve. And we'll start this presentation with the new service catalog. So standardization of services and the scoping of services is a key challenge for service organizations today. And we aim to make complex service simple with this new service catalog concept. And now we will take a brief look on how we do this in practice. Navigating to the new service catalog, we are immediately presented with a visual navigator to browse between our different services, which are arranged into groups. And for each one of these service groups, we control which services we provide inside the group, who delivers the services, what pricing is applicable to the service, and which SLAs customers are entitled to when using these services. And within one of the service items, these standard tasks standardize what we are about to deliver. And with the new asset applicability concept, it allows us to alter the content of the service catalog items depending on what type of asset we service, so that we get an asset-specific checklist, asset-specific spare part materials, asset-specific resources to do the work. Full standardization. And our second grip on making complex service simple is our new and improved service program management, which is tightly connected to our service catalog and our service object 360 concept. So in this next demonstration section, we will get to see how we first of all provide a 360 view of the installed base assets, and secondly, how easy it is to administer the recurring services for these assets. Starting off by navigating to the Service Object 360, where we get to review our entire install base, including components, subcomponents in multi-level structures, with immediate drill-down access to get to the details for individual assets. We have a full view over contracts, recurring services, active service work, as well as documents. We can see the child objects, the characteristics for each and every object, spare parts for the objects, test points, the lifecycle journal, and we also get the visual representations of the cost and revenues for each service asset. Furthermore, we also present the applicable contracts, the service history, and finally, and most importantly, we will review the recurring service program that is connected to this very specific asset. where we can see a calendar-based recurring service program with very simple administration of the service triggers, whether those are calendar or usage-based. The scope that is included in the recurring service program, standard tasks, as well as the schedule itself. And next up, we will see how we make it happen when it matters the most, at the moment of service. So from utilizing the new service catalog from the start to scope out the work, to book appointments via the optimization engine to save us the travel time and increase the technician utilization, onto then dispatching the work out to the field, completing the work, and finally enjoying a quick time to invoice. With that said, let's have a look at our streamlined end-to-end process, which starts with an assistant to make the service request entry process simple and guided, where we identify the customer, the object, the contact persons, and we simply specify one of the services from the service catalog, which will automatically scope out the work for us. Enter a simple description, finish off the wizard, and our work is scoped out and ready to be appointment booked via the appointment booking engine, which provides us with the optimum appointment slots in seconds, and we can select the one that is best for our service organization and for the customer. And from here, we can review our automatically created scope, the pricing summary, applicable contact persons, and the request scope is now ready to be released. And we will review the details, which we have scoped out from the service catalog. And the scope consists of a service task, which is to be performed. And the content of the service task is determined based on our standard service catalog for this very asset. And from here, we have automatically created the applicable checklist, the applicable planned costs for the event, the resources which we will need, and the material we will need. All automatically created and standardized so that we are ready for a smooth dispatch process in the new dispatch console, which is a new modern user interface for our dispatchers with extensive capabilities when it comes to searching and filtering so that our dispatchers quickly can identify the right jobs or the right technicians in no time. And the dispatch console can of course be, the timeline can be viewed on various time horizons. We can pick individual dates. And on the resources, we provide extensive details, contextual analytics, quick actions, and navigation to related records. And we also provide contextual information, such as mapping controls on the left-hand side of the screen here, where we provide the tasks with visual cards, allow for quick appointment booking, quick viewing on map, and of course, quick dragging and dropping from that list onto the Gantt. Furthermore, we are also provided with the ability to review the currently allocated tasks on the dispatch console, as well as the tasks that are not currently allocated by the scheduling engine and causes exceptions. And from here, we can immediately review the exceptions as well as take action on these exceptions. And the exceptions can be viewed in either a list format or in user configurable chart views like the following for a more visual representation of the information that the dispatcher is working with. Finally, information-rich task cards with easy navigation to other records, and also allows for quick action taking when we dispatch out the work to the field where we are now. And we start the field work by actually starting our working day, our shift, with a start of shift survey, which starts our working day and enable us to start to work on the first job, which we, of course, debrief in a classic workflow fashion, where we start by reviewing the job information, such as the customer, object, contract information, as well as navigation embedded, so that we can find our way to site in the most efficient way. Update the status of traveling, and afterwards starting the work. And in this part of the workflow, we embed a survey to capture key information prior to starting the work. And we proceed by debriefing the checklist, which was automatically scoped in the beginning of the flow, reviewing our automatically captured time reports, and finally reporting in the work, printing out a service report for additional proof of service for the customer. We get the customer sign off, and finally technician sign off. We return the work assignment to the back office so that we can do the final invoicing in this process. Once in the back office, we have a new and improved screen to review the actual and planned cost and sales items for each scope, where we also allow for quick invoicing based on this, with multiple group and merge options. We generate the invoice, and the invoice can then be sent to the customer and approved, and our streamlined end-to-end service thereby comes to an end. And finally, some news around remote assistance. So as we continue our efforts to empower your field technicians, we are working closely with Zebra to enable us to be the first vendor whose application is certified by Zebra for use with their heads-up device, or smart glasses, if you will. This will enable technicians to use IFS remote assistance hands-free, with the image from the support desk clearly displayed in their glasses. And thank you very much, and hand over to Steve.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Jonathan. So Jonathan has just shown you just a few of the many enhancements that are delivered in this release. There are hundreds of new capabilities added to IFS Cloud in addition. Specifically, Jonathan focused on how IFS Cloud will help you to increase your chance of success first time and provide a great customer experience with the service catalog configuration enhancements, to maintain the condition of the products and the assets that you service better than ever before, and start your servitization journey with the recurring service enhancements, to get great control and visibility of your resources with dynamic scheduling and, of course, the new dispatch console, and finally, to give your service technicians the tools, the enablement, and the experience they deserve with our mobile enhancements. IFS Cloud enables service companies to embrace the outcome economy, supporting the servitization journey. All companies offer commoditized base services that support installed products and assets. The vast majority of you are delivering strong, differentiated intermediate services, break-fix, preventive and condition services with robust service contracts. But it's that journey to advanced services where service companies become an integral part of the value chain, guaranteeing the outcome your customers need. That's where the future lies. Digital transformation of your service processes is critical to move to servitization and outcomes for business growth. Service management requires efficient planning and optimal workforce scheduling, an integrated supply chain, and the interconnected business functions. And IFS Cloud is that single solution for forward-thinking, asset-centric service organizations on a digital transformation journey. Thank you ever so much for watching.